Before that, I give you another short video you can see. This is not about life and death. It can also be a life and death because they use chemical treat all the fruits, anything. Okay?
Yeah.
They use chemical to treat the fruits, which makes the fruits poisonous.
Great.
Is it
Where
correct
do
in
these...
English? Is it correct in English? Poisonous.
Yeah.
Okay.
太可怕了啊！一个橘子里边有这么多东西。
以前是橙子里边有。
市场买的葡萄干以后，请大家注意，再不要直接拿出来就吃，一定要清洗干净。请大家看一下，上面里面放的有。
So when people eat, they get sick. And they all say the journalist, okay, the reporter ask, this is poisonous. How can you do that? You know what the answer? The answer is, we don't care because we don't eat it.
Okay, so again, my question is now... Okay,
Okay.
This is so frustrating, but hang on. I have one question on that. So does that mean... Are they still doing it?
Absolutely, every day. Okay, I give you another example. This is also disturbing. A few years ago, it occurred an incident that many pigs got sick. Many of them.
Yeah.
So the farmers could not deal with them, just too many. So they asked government for help. Okay, the government says, okay, there's just too many, we cannot handle. You have to handle yourself because you're private, industry. The farmer says, like thousand pigs are sick. If the government don't help, we just throw them away in the Long River.
So
China, Long River. Okay, Long River. So they threw it to Long River. So they found lots of floating pigs a few days later, and in Shanghai, all this area, Then, that is not the worst. The worst part is they found many bodies, lack of certain parts, like the legs part, this part. They're nicely cut. They're not by animals. Now you know what I mean. If you go to a Chinese restaurant, you never know what you eat. You never know the smoked pork or bacon.
What I'm curious about from the apples and now from this, okay, are people in China starving?
No, they're not. They're not. Okay, there is something different. During the 1960s, it's disturbing. People found the dead people because they died. Okay, like 30 million people died of starvation. Some dead body found of lack of certain parts. Okay, then we understand that was a time life and death. People have to eat something to survive.
Well, they were eating grass and tree bark, so...
There's no grass and tree bark left.
Yeah.
That's why people die. But now people are rich. They have so many things, like the apples. If they only for their own family, you take 1 kilo, 2 kilo, 10 kilo, 20 kilos. Okay? You don't take a tractor because they are so greedy. They want to resell them.
Well, that's premeditated. Like, if they go home and get a tractor and come back, that's outright theft. All of it is. If anyone even took one apple, it's theft. But I can understand
but they
maybe an apple.
But they justify themselves. If everybody doing, why can't I?
And they want to get more than the other person, so go get a tractor.
And the fight with police for their rights to steal.
So, okay, and the police lost or eventually won. What happened there?
You tell me. Police there for 6 hours could not stop, and the apples 90% were stolen. Who won?
Yeah.
The people. Great Chinese people always won.
They won over their own people. So
Our great people, you know.
yeah.
So, does that mean all Chinese are bad? I can't say in China. My head is look funny. Okay, I can go this way. I can't say in China, but I know people in Taiwan are very nice. Very nice. I have been to Taiwan a few times. Every time I met Taiwanese people are very nice, very kind, very helpful, hospitable. I remember once I was at a train station because I had no Wi-Fi. I need to ask the worker, so one the people working there.
Employee?
Yeah, I need to ask one employee help me to connect with the Wi-Fi. But he was busy with all the customers. But still, he held my phone. He had 5 seconds, he would come back to my phone and have me connected. And when I was asking question for the bus driver was already stopped driving. When I said, is this bus? The bus driver would stop the bus and answer my questions.
Wow.
And I was on the road asking people questions. Some people would take my hands to take me the place I want to go. You know, I have not met any bad, I'm sure there are bad Taiwanese people too,
There are bad
but
people
I was
everywhere.
not lucky enough to meet any bad Taiwanese people.
Yeah.
I wonder, they're Chinese too, because they are real Chinese, because they kept the traditional Chinese culture.
So do they still have religious beliefs there?
They still believe Confucius. They still believe the old values from the ancient time.
See, that's what I always wondered. And then, of course, I found out because of the Cultural Revolution that all of that was just destroyed. But Chinese civilization should be the most advanced and the most advanced, I think, personally, within the person, their development because of Confucius.
Even the Japanese, like the Japanese children, no matter at elementary school or middle school, they all study Confucius.
Wonderful. That's excellent. I wish
Yes.
kids did here.
But we do have a Confucius school run by the Chinese government here, but they don't teach Confucius. They teach communism.
Lovely.
They're funded by the Chinese government and to expand their influence. Okay? Now, after the 3 videos, after our talk, I give all this evidence, give my experience. You make the judgment. Is China ready to leading the whole world? You give the answer.
Well,
I love China. No
I know,
mistaken.
I
Okay,
know.
I'm Chinese.
no.
I love my people.
I know that. No one's saying that. And you know what?
I can never be a real, look like Norwegian, or can never be. I can be an American. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say you can look like an American.
Yeah.
You already look like an American.
Yeah, baby. Okay, that's our talk today. Thank you for watching, and we will make more videos. Not much about politics, but culture, more culture.
Well, politics only comes up when there's something right in front of us in the news. So that's why we talk about it, because we're blown away.
Yes. We're not politicians, but
No.
we would love to talk about the culture.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah. Isn't she beautiful?
You cut my face.